Hello, now I will explain the statistical test, F-test. What is F-test? F-test is a statistical test used to compare the variances of two groups' numerical data. F-test specifically examines whether one group is more consistent or more variable than the other. It checks whether the variances of these two groups are significantly different or not. And here I have a data suitable for F-test. Here, as you can see, there are two groups, online and classroom, and their exam scores. Here you can see the online scores. There are, if between each of the numbers scores, there is a big gap between each of them, but the classroom, they're very close to each other. By looking at this, yes, you can tell that as they're so close to each other, their variance is very small, but here with big differences, this variance is much greater. Classroom's variance is small, and their data is consistent, very close to each other, not very spread. But the online classes data is very spread from one another. So as you can see, classroom data is significantly different than the online data. Classroom is more consistent, and this is proved by the F-test. So let me run the test. Exam mode and the two groups. Score, analyze data. Here is the hypothesis statement. It can either be null hypothesis, when variance of both are equal, or alternative hypothesis, variance of online and variance of classroom are not equal. Significance level is put as 0.05. F statistic, the F value is this. It's the ratio of larger variance to the smaller variance. This is the p-value found statistically using the degrees of freedom, the F statistic. As you can see, the p-value is smaller than 0.05, the significance level, which is why it rejects null hypothesis, which means the variance are not equal. Below, as you can see, the variances are here. The online class is very big, classroom very small, and here are other measurements. And the decision conclusion, there are significant differences in variances found. The variances between online and classroom are significantly different. This indicates that the variability in score is not equal between the two groups. And below, the F-test results are shown in 3 different visualizations. The box plot shows each of the group's interquartile range, the maximum, minimum, and the median. It shows that online group is much wider than the classroom group. F distribution curve visualizes the statistical test F-test itself. Observed value, and here's the interpretations. The curve shows the distribution of F values that would be expected if the variances were actually equal. The red shaded area represents the values that are unlikely to occur when the null hypothesis is true. That is when the variances should be equal. Since the observed F statistic lies far into this region, the null hypothesis is rejected. Now here's the third one. The error bars represent standard deviation, which measures the variability around the mean. This visual finding agrees perfectly with the f-test result that the variances are significantly different. Thank you.